Hey, what's up guys? Man, what a nice day it is today. Look at it. Just look at it. Hey, what's up guys? Man, what a nice day today. Clear skies, light breeze, sunny, 55 degrees. So I wanted you to see something. You can see this shadow right here, right? It's noon, it's 12 o'clock noon Eastern time here in Northwest Georgia. And normally the sun would be right over there and it'd be cooking me right now. But see, this is December, so the sun's way over there, just beyond the trees. And so we'll be working in the shade today, so I'm going to run inside and get a jacket. But I want to tell you some of the things that we're doing. This truck is getting ready to go on its maiden voyage. We're going to install this drive shaft today. We're going to put a yoke and a new seal on that rear diff. We're going to check the fluids in the rear diffs. We're going to check the fluids in the transmission. We're going to double check the engine oil, double check the coolant. We're going to put those drive tires that are on the front of this back here on this axle. We're going to install an air ride leveling valve, and we're going to put a brand new set of steers and some polished wheels on the front of this truck. Bolt these batteries down, slap these battery boxes back together, fire this truck up, and take it for a spin. And I can't wait. I've been waiting I've owned this truck for about a year now, and I'm super excited, and I can't wait to see her go. And I'll bring you guys along for the ride, and let's get after it. All right guys, so first things first, we're going to change this input seal on this yoke, then install this $400 yoke, and yeah, we'll talk about that as well. It's hard to get that thing out of there. I'll try not to get too much in the way, so maybe you can see it. But basically I'm just going to take this pry bar and tap it behind that seal, and then we'll grab a hold of it and poke it out of there. Then we'll take the new seal and push it up in there, and bing bang boom, Bob's your uncle. Just go around the outside, round the outside, round the outside. I used to have a nice seal tool, and well, I broke it, and then of course they don't make it anymore. All right, so seal's out. Grab this new seal, and we'll just get it started in there. We're just going to go around the perimeter, tapping on it till we get it all the way installed. All right, there we go. Seals installed. Let's see. See, it goes in there like this. Going to say that's where it goes. Let me get a better look at it. Looks like it. All right, I like it. So, if you guys remember back when I got this truck, we had it on the tow truck and we were bringing it back. We were following it, videoing, and the yoke went flying. And I seen it, we stopped, we picked it up, and I was like, wow, that's crazy, that was unbolted. Well, I set that thing aside, and we came on home, and a year later, I go to put the drive shaft in and it's the wrong yoke. And the reason why it was unplugged is because somebody needed this big yoke and they knew it was expensive, so they bought it off JP probably and or stole it and just slid a new one on. But anyhow, this is the correct one. We're gonna put a little anti-seize on there in case we got to take that thing off again someday. We'll be right back. Well, according to the internet, these are usually between 600 and 800 foot-pounds of torque. So that's about 1,000, and I think that's going to be good. And we're going to clean up these bearing caps, and I know you guys are going to be like, James, what in the hell are you doing? And just being honest with you, I'm saving the $80. Or the $67. So I'm gonna clean these up. And yeah, we'll be back. We're gonna get these straps and bolts set out here. There's 4 and here's 3. Of course, this way it usually works. All right, so we're going to get under there. We're going to put that slip yoke forward. This is going to go backwards. I'm going to get it installed. And yeah, bing, bang, boom. Bob's your uncle. This thing's super lightweight. I'm guessing it's probably only 100, 120 maybe. And so we'll get it on the ground. Yeah, and then we'll put one end up. Looks like all the drive shafts are the same. The slip yoke is forward, so I'm confident that that will do the job here as well. I'll move you back down there in a second. Don't know. All right, so we're gonna try and get this thing picked up. Okay, and then we're gonna put it in there. Now, we're going to take this, we're going to put it on right there. Maybe put it on the bottom one. All right, we'll put that over there and hope for the best. Well, I'm in the YouTube business, and somehow that translates into the truck business. These are all mine. Give me a couple more seconds and I'll be I'm down here bench pressing heavy steel, you know how it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. Ah. Okay. All right. That was incredibly harder than it needed to be, but it's good now. All right. I'll get another tube of grease. We'll get that greased. And we'll start mounting up that air. Whew. We got to tighten up that center bearing and grease that joint. Yeah, drive shaft's in though, and that's cool. Let's get that leveling valve in and we'll get this truck airing up and see what we can come up with. All right, so it's going to be this way. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to do that, but we'll try it. So I don't know. Not having the right stuff sucks. Okay, and then this going this way is this Oh, it's crazy, right? Okay. Oh, are you shitting me? Oh, that's what that is. Ain't that crazy? Oh boy. Yeah, that's not even that. Come on now. Don't be a dick. Just come out of there. Alright. We're gonna need to remake that one. Yeah, there's a lot of them getting remade today, bro. Decades old. But if I don't change them, it'll just be one blown airline after another. Okay. Alright, so this little one probably goes, yeah, to that there. So the bottom to that one. And so we'll get one of these. Yep. Get one of these. Alright, so we're going to end up replacing every one of these airlines, but today we're going to replace the ones that are broken. Alright, now we're going to need one of these and one of these. Yep, and one of these. I'm going to put this nut on, this ferrule on, and this right there. And you tighten this brass nut down, it squeezes that ferrule. And when you have that insert in the line, it squeezes it down tight on that insert. And that keeps the line from crushing and forms a seal. Okay, put this through there this time, so we don't have to mess around with trying to make it fit. And we're gonna put it in like this. So we'll need a nut and a ferrule. That one. Okay. All right. So that's that. This is this. Yeah. Well, there's only two. You know what I mean? And so when there's only two of something, you make sure it's enough. Now hopefully the jack will come out from under it. Yep. Barely. Well, best I can do for right now. I don't have any lefts. Ran out of rights and only had 2 junk lefts I could dig up. We're going to bring it jack over here, jack this up and throw that tire on because that's flat, and Tired of jacking on it, so we'll get that down, get that jack over here, get this up, get this tire off, throw that tire on. It's just a placeholder. Yeah, we're at 100 psi. That's nice. Not sure why it didn't inflate the bags. Well, it's aired up, but it didn't. Doesn't have any air coming back to the bags, which I think is interesting. Because I had air going to that supply yesterday. Hi, Mama. All right, so we got air to the rear bags, but nothing to the front. And well, it's not odd. It's not odd. It likely has its own air valve. No, because it'd be leaking air like crazy right now. It's just super weird. That feels like it's got air in it. But they should have the same amount in, I imagine. Okay. Yeah, this thing hasn't been up in so long that...
You think those are stuck?
Yeah, oh yeah. Does it do anything? Probably doesn't have enough air now. Yeah, start the truck. You just turn the key and press the rubber button.
Press the rubber button.
Yep, to the right of the key. For some reason, that's not pumping up now. The one side is, but the other side ain't. Yeah, so when the compressor kicked off, when it got air and it blew the compressor off, it never came back on. So that's something we'll have to figure out, but
Look at it go.
just don't know why it's not air in those front bags. Those front bags should be going just as hard. Huh?
Like spider webs and stuff.
Where?
Excess.
Oh yeah.
Gross. Front ones didn't move?
They came up because the back ones came up. But they don't have as much air as the back ones do. I gotta be careful I don't blow something in the truck. Air compressor is substantially more air than what the truck's supposed to have. I don't know why the air compressor didn't come back on. Because it should have come back on. Shouldn't have let one side get all the way down to nothing. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna have to read about it. Because once that compressor unloaded, it stopped forever. So I'm gonna have to read about that compressor and see what makes her tick. But without that, I can't keep playing with the air suspension. I just don't know why it won't go down.
Down into turn rate.
Yeah.
Well, do you think because it's crooked, it's just like stuck on the lip?
Yeah. I think it's because the bushings haven't moved in so many years.
Yeah.
That I cranked it up. Now the bushings are tight. Which driving it will fix it, but I got to fix the air compressor before I can drive it. Turn that valve off on the air compressor, would you? I'll read about it tonight, plus I'll talk to Tony and see what to do. I hope I don't have to dick around with that compressor much, because I don't want to have to change it. You got it on? All right guys, well, that's it for today. We got the drive shaft in, got a leveling valve in. It raised up the bags, but that's about it. We got a bunch more airlines that are going to break. They just baked in the sun for so long. Yeah, they're all going to need replaced. That sucks. That's expensive. You know, each one of those DOT fittings, 16, 18 bucks, and you know, the line's no big deal. It's just a pain in the ass. We'll try and get something. That should be letting out right now. Let's do something. Let's do something right quick. Let's do this one.
You're taking off one of the hoses?
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, that's not letting the air off the airbags, it's just letting the air out of the truck.
There she blows. So
Okay.
do you think maybe there's a clogged?
No, I think that valve is plumbed wrong, probably. Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, I'll have to look. That center port's probably the up and down, not the in and out. And so that's why when I put it down, it just lets the air out of the truck instead of letting the air out of the bags. But we'll get a look at tonight. We'll also get a look at that compressor and see once it unloaded, once it tricked the unloader valve, the air compressor shut off, but then it never kicked back on. So we'll have to figure out what makes that happen. And we might have a plugged port or something. But I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go to the merch store, jamespretty.shop. Buy a t-shirt. Not one of these, though. It says it ain't easy being pretty, and then on the back it's got a picture of something. Either that or get a hat that says pretty or something like that. Jessica Pretty, she's pretty. Anyways, guys, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you. Hey, what's up, guys? Man, cold out. So where are we? A little update. Yesterday we installed a leveling valve, which I have plumbed wrong. We're gonna fix that today. Also, we started the truck up. It built up full pressure. Purged the air dryer. Turned the compressor off, and then it never came back on. So the unloader valve is stuck in the unloaded position, and we're gonna have to get to that. First thing we'll do is we'll just take the governor off, maybe take the cover off, and see if there's some debris in there or whatever. Maybe we'll spray a little lube in there and work those valves up and down and then put it back together. We may also just start it up and see if it's building pressure this morning. If not, we'll wrap on it a little bit with a hammer. We also got Fleet Pride's dropping off some nuts today, so we'll have enough for all of these wheels. Let's see what else. There's some airlines that are going to break. They're all pretty much sun-baked, but we'll replace them as needed. I also want to get the exhaust put on today. We have to check the fluid in the diffs and fluid in the transmission as well. So what we'll probably do is we'll switch that plumbing around on the leveling valve and hook the rod up. We'll get underneath and we'll take the drain plug out of the transmission, see what kind of fluid's in there, get a bucket of fluid, fill that puppy up, and then move to the rear diffs, get that done. Then we'll start the truck up and see if it builds air and work on that. Work on the unloader valves and the governor, get that thing working perfect. Get these batteries bolted down. Then we got to change the injection pump. Now, I think the only other one I have leaks. I think it was leaking on the other motor. We also need to put a boost reference line in, so we'll have to come up with some fittings for that. But let's get started. It's cold out. I can't see too good. I had got my eyes looked at today and then dilated, so I can't see too good. It's a little bright, it's still a little blurry, but it's coming back. But let's get after it, huh? So, in looking at how this is supposed to be plumbed, the this center port goes to the bags, and then the fill and exhaust are the outsides. We need to get a bushing kit, a pin and bushing kit for this fifth wheel, and then pick up a fifth wheel and stick on there. I think that's a seems like that's a Fontaine. I can't remember, but anyway, we'll get it done. Get this air plumbed up, and just got to move these two around a little bit. Pretty chilly out. I don't expect it to get very warm today. We're kind of getting down to, you know, the days when it doesn't really get warm here in northwest Georgia. So I'll get a little pipe dope and get it reassembled. For now, that'll work. Yeah. Oh. Oh boy. Maybe I should have done this part before I put the drive shaft in. Then the guy could be sitting up under here again like he was. Okay. Tell you what. Yeah. It's not a whole lot of fun, if you know what I mean. That's just gear oil, I think. Yeah. It seems pretty thick. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Figure out what that is and get that hooked up. Okay. All right, so the oil's good in there. I think it's just gear oil. It's thick. It smells like gear oil. We're going to put a couple pumps of this. No, it's this stuff. Okay. So it's got enough for right now. I'll check the rear diffs. Once we get the rear diffs checked, we'll get the exhaust over here and see about getting it bolted on. There's some steel in there. I can't reach any fluid. So I'm not sure it's all leaked out of there or what. But wouldn't that suck if I had to put a diff in this thing? Another $2 grand. Let me get a pick and a light and some glasses. This is what I figured was going to happen here, is it's mostly just water. It's probably not a good situation, but we'll get the water out, get some oil in it, and see about running it, see what happens. Yeah, this rear end's in bad shape. There's a lot of metal on the plug, and there's chunks inside, and big chunks. So chances are we're going to put a diff in this truck. We're just trying to get as much of the big metal off as I can, and then we'll stick that back in. Yeah, there's a lot of metal in there. You know, it is what it is. these trucks, they get abused. You know, this truck could have been down for a rear end and then frozen broke while waiting for service. We don't really have any idea what was wrong with this truck. So we're going to put the plug back in and, you know, top it off and see. There wasn't really that much water, maybe 4 or 5 ounces, and not horrible. I've seen worse. We'll do we'll get this one topped off, and then we'll check the back one. And it's not, like I said, it's not the end of the world that there's metal in there. It could have been from a previous brake, or it could be this thing's just junk. We're basically just gonna pull the bottom plug and see what's in there. Yeah. Let that run for a little bit. Looks pretty good, and then we plug her up. No real metal in this one. You know, I think the power divider is what usually goes out in these front diffs, and yeah, if this transmission works and the diff works, everything works, we'll probably wait till summer. We'll go out and get this thing warm and then change all the fluids. Okay. All right. So I feel good about the rear diffs and the transmission. Well, I feel good about one rear diff, and I feel good about the transmission. The forward rear diff is bad for sure. I've seen worse though. Crystal's was worse. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how it ends up. I'm just gonna shoot back under here real quick and get that wire out of the way, and then I'll bring the exhaust down here and see about it. I don't remember. I got to remake these. They got these crossbars. I got to remake those. This is no fun getting back out from under this thing, believe me. And once we get the exhaust in here, it's gonna be that much worse. Yeah. All right. Well, this is one of them tough spots for you to see, so I don't know what to do exactly with you, but I'm gonna try and just scoot this exhaust in there and see what I can see. Alright, so I know you still can't see, and I apologize. I'm just going to go under there and put a bolt in, and then I'll slide in from the front and see if there's enough pipe to get up on there. Maybe I'll put a clamp on we'll just have to see what we have available as far as space. I don't know what bolt, so I brought a couple. Looks like it's going to be 3/8. Okay, 7/16 it is. All right, so we've got a no air situation. We're pretty sure it's the unloader valve is just stuck. So we're gonna fire it up, see if it'll make air. All right, so we still got nothing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the governor off, take the top off, and manually get that unstuck. Yeah, we don't have any other choice right now, so let's get after it. Be right back with some tools. So all of the video footage from working on this air governor / unloader valve was garbage, that you couldn't even see anything that I was doing, and it took me literally 2 hours. I had the thing apart about 5 times, and so I just decided that I would do this little voiceover. It's impossible to see, and so let's move on to fixing the throttle linkage. So this linkage won't go around that. It can't go above it, because that's the wrong way. It has to go below it. So then when we do that, then this linkage rubs on this thing, and there's really nothing I can do about that. I can put a longer, I don't even know. I like this, so I'd like to keep that. I just don't know what my options are. I think I could bend this out and back in to avoid this thing. That should work. Like that, yep. And then you gotta get that, or get a spring put on there. And the spring was spring. All right, so we're going to see if this air compressor compresses. Doesn't look like it. Unfortunate. Well guys, so I've been chasing the air compressor and the unloader and all that. Had it apart a bunch of times. I was like, man, this thing has to work. And then I realized that that the air dryer was just stuck open. So I got it back together, and I got the air dryer to stop leaking. And stuck my finger in the bottom and the thing closed the valve and off it went. Ain't that crazy? The whole time it was just the air dryer was stuck open. I tapped on her, got her to stop leaking, pressurized right up. So the only thing I really don't like is I need to change the linkage height on the airbags because it's really high. So I think I'm going to do that right quick. We'll let the truck rest, and we'll bring it back. Well, let's see, guys. What do you think? Let's see if it'll move.
There he goes. We're gonna move it, or he's gonna move it. We're gonna watch. Excuse me. Uh-oh. That tire is locked up. Where's he going? Hey, that tire didn't move.
That one didn't move?
Yeah. The other three did. I'm assuming he's going to beat it with a hammer. Oh, 11. What are you doing? It's a dead bug. See?
Go push the yellow one in.
Yellow. Push it in. Usually they're over here. Oops.
I got to do the dipstick, and I got some power steering fluid coming because it's completely empty on that. I saw an oil leak. Just don't know. I think it's just coming out of the dipstick, yeah. So I got to do the dipstick. nice. So let's give that a shot.
Okay.
Brakes came right loose. Had to whack them a couple times. This front diff does need rebuilt. There's about 1,500 bucks. But oh, and I have the thing working now, so
Nice.
it might be a little high. But let's see. Let me what can I do? Dipstick.
Dipstick.
Let me do the stick.
Green fluid.
Ma'am.
Going in. And we got the little dipstick in there. Oh snap.
Oops, I need
What?
I got a top radiator. Is this like 7/16.
Okay.
Socket.
7/16 socket. Oh.
Yeah. I could have done it.
Might have lost some fingers.
I lost some fingers, but alright, so I'm going to get on there by the road.
I brought you this so you can record inside and I'll record
Hold it.
from out.
Alright guys, so I'm going to do my best to manage this. I'm going to check the brakes. Okay. Weird because the throttle sticks a little bit. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back out on the road and I'm just going to let you watch me, I guess. Will it start? Yep.
How'd it
Will
drive?
Yep. You know, the throttle cable, the throttle linkage sticks. Because it's sat for so many years. It's really hard to drive. You gotta reach down, pull the pedal up, and then grab your gear. And so it's kind of hard to drive, but for the most part, I think it'll be okay. We'll get that lubed up. We'll get a better return spring on there, and we'll, you know, make it happen. But bing, bang, boom. Bob's your uncle. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see ya. Oh, wait. That's 11 running and drivable trucks right there. Anyhow, appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you.